Alright guys, this is a pawn shop find, another one. The difference between this one and the first one I did a couple weeks ago is I believe this one's a little newer and it's got 3-wheel cutting on it instead of the one with the rollers. They say this is more efficient. I really don't know. All I know is it was stuck and didn't take much, little WD-40 to, get it loose. So now, take it apart, I got to drive these pins out to get the cutting wheels so I can lower this slide. I don't know really what you want to call it. So let's see what I can do here. Let's use body hammer. And let's use, I probably should put it in the vise. I don't know. Hit on bottom. Most of you guys won't watch this. Most people don't use tools like these. I don't use these very often. And when I do, I don't like it. Because when threading pipe or cutting pipe, big pipe like this, you know you're working. Just saying. You know you're working when you're cutting stuff like this. Well, the cutting wheel's good on this one. The other one, first one was beat up pretty bad. Well, you know what? I'm fighting myself. Let me put this in the vise. Yeah, I was doing it on the table, so kind of give you guys a picture, an idea. Oh, there goes one. Actually, somebody had greased this. Don't know why it has purple-ish color on it. Somebody, I don't know, they probably stole it and then used it. Wanted to make it their own. A lot of these, whoop, that one went distance. A lot of these are used oil field around here. We got a lot of oil fielders, so this is more than likely came out of the oil field, I'll bet you. Everything's popping out. Most of your plumbers, they ain't gonna let this stuff get away from them. Not unless it's a, family member passed or something and they got rid of it. I did find out that a lot of stuff that they don't sell at estate sales, a lot of people around here take it to pawn shops just to get rid of it. We do have a guy here in town that he goes around the garage sales, near the end of the garage sale, and he makes a deal on everything there and just buys everything. So, well, I guess that's how he makes a living. He's got a thrift store and that's what he does. He buys a lot of the stuff. Okay. I bet you this has a date code. There's numbers on the inside. Probably could figure out a date code for it. It's actually not real bad. It is rusted on there. I think this time I'm going to paint and clean this up. I'm going to do the same thing. I might put a little bit of red on this one The other one I painted all black with that truck bed liner material, and I'll probably do the same thing with this. That truck bed liner material is kind of tough. I like it. Let's see if I can't get this handle all the way out. Make sure there's no threads damaged. Nah. Like I said, you don't use these very often. You can cut 1/8 inch pipe with it, you know, but you're cutting some 1/8 inch steel pipe. You're running gas. Well, most people don't run gas to their heaters anymore with black pipe. Natural gas, they don't run. So I know they still use. They pipe some of the wells. They still use black pipe on the wells, gas wells and stuff. All right, and boilers. If you're running a boiler somewhere, you're running pipe to it, black pipe. All right, let's change positions. All right, let's just do a little wipe down, get some of this grease, oil, because I didn't spray. All I did was on the shaft to get it unstuck. Somebody's got some, doesn't smell like WD, it's a different type of lubricant. Yeah, that needs to be clean. That's rusty pretty good. Make this look good, work good, just as nice as the other one. I kept the other one. I ain't taking it to work yet. I keep thinking I'm going to, and yeah, I might need it. You never know. It's one of those things that earlier today I was doing a job, and I'll be darned, I need an angle head drill. I had an opportunity to buy one not long ago, and I thought, nah, I'll never need it. Well, I needed it. Like I say, you never know. If you use it that one time, it's all you need, that tool one time, it pays for itself. Well, next time, I'm buying that angle head drill or the attachments for an electric. They make an adapter for them. That sucks. I was sure needing it earlier. That's all right. I made do without it, but it made the job harder. It's one thing about having the right tool for the job. It makes your world a whole lot easier. Man, that's some pretty heavy surface rust right there. Oh yeah, that's some thick rust right there. I don't know why or what. The wire wheel's gonna have to work on that. All right, let's go over the wire wheel and do a little more in-depth cleaning. Looks like this will need to be some. I need to get some Simple Green and get my other parts washer hooked up. That's what I need to do. All right. Well, I ran all of it through the wire wheel. A96 RB-8D, huh? Let's see, 496. Oh, maybe that is. That says, no, 496. Make sure they're all the same. Maybe it, no, 4-96 RB HD. USA Razor. Yeah, Razor. Never seen looked at them that close just to see. Anyways, they're in good shape. Oh, I forgot to clean these. That's all right. I'll get there. Clean this up a little bit. And I'll see what the wire, I want to do a little bit more with the wire wheel here. That powder coating's tough. You don't realize. I mean, it don't come off very well. You got to give credit to Ridgid and their powder coating. That is some good stuff. That's some good stuff. some tough stuff. That rigid powder coating, it does not want to come off. Yeah, I want to get inside here just a little bit, see how this works. No, can only go so far. That stinks. All right. Done with that one. Let's use the brush. Let's turn the volume up a little bit on this one. I don't like running these on high speed without them on or in something, because it starts to chunk wire wheels off of it. Turn the volume down. Or speed, I keep saying volume. Well, I believe this has a code date in it. David 368. So it'd be April. It could be the third week of 68, or it could be the third month. Or no, wait a minute. D is the month. D3 of 68. I think that's how you read the code on these. Someone told me, I don't know for a fact, but, and has a little star stamped on it right there. Anyways, if somebody can verify that, which I'm pretty sure this is around late 60s, early 70s. just wanted to clean the name up real good. I want to get good color in there. See, it's a stamped 5. Maybe that is a 5. D568. Back in the day when I worked on assembly line for a while, and month, the week, 4th, 5th week, let's see, I have to look back on 68 and see if there was 5 weeks, depending on how the pay scale, some pay days, some months you get 3 checks in a month. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna polish this. This part here and this right here was, I think it was blued. Had a black bluing, black epoxy, or not epoxy, but yeah, gun barrel, black. And when I took the wire wheel, I went ahead and put it on the little sanding disc over there. I guess I could cold blue it, but I suck at doing that. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'll polish this up and polish this and this part. I may paint this part red and paint all this black with that hammer. I mean, not hammer, but the bed liner paint. I'm wondering. Yeah. I was debating whether to just paint it all black like the other one, because this will probably get used. Probably will get a little use out of it. I don't know, I'm debating, I'm talking to myself here. I don't know what I want to do. This one doesn't have any burrs or anything. The other one had a burr. This one's just super silky smooth. I mean, the tolerances are perfect on this. There's almost no play. I mean, nothing. And by the looks of it, there's no damage. The marks that are on this, those are mill marks. This thing is just mint condition. Besides the handle having dents and dings, I think this just rode back. And even the handle has the original flat from the factory. So more than likely this rode in the back of somebody's truck. They didn't use it hardly at all. It doesn't have a nick or anything anywhere. That's just amazing. It's in such good shape. But most people don't use these. This is a tool that if you have one of these, unless you're deep in the oil field, or you're a service tech working on boilers or DA tanks or pressure tank vessels of any kind, you're normally not working with these kind of tools. Like I said, I don't, maybe once a year, once every 2 years, or maybe once every 5 years, bust one of these out and we work with it. Just depends what breaks down and what we have to work on. Enough of my babbling. Let me finish cleaning this up, a little carburetor cleaner, and then taping it off, get it sprayed. Ladies and gentlemen, time to put this thing back together. Been sitting a day or two. Problem is, now I got to take it all apart. Let's see what I got here. I put good 4 coats of that bed liner paint on this, so you know, between the 2 and 4 coats I really can't tell that much difference. Really cannot tell that much difference. I spent a lot of time taping this stuff off, making sure that it would glide or slide easy. I didn't want the paint to interfere with the working, which I think it would. I wasn't going to take a chance because I believe this from the factory, it's not painted. This part's not painted from the factory, so I did what they do. Only problem is, man, this tape is sticky. When you want it to stick, it doesn't, and when you don't want to, it sticks to everything. This was a little tedious taping all this off, but I used to tape off cars before I painted them, so that gets to be monotonous. Taping off a car before you paint it's got to be one of the boringest jobs. Straightening a panel's not as bad. Those of you who do body work, I went to school for it, didn't like it. Nobody wants to pay you for what it takes. Most people think you do a cheap paint job, you know it'll last. No, it don't. The prep is where your paint jobs last. If you don't do the prep, you're not going to get the job, a good quality paint job. Prep is where it counts. You know, people don't realize that. I think I'm gonna have to clean these spots off right here because I think the paint filled it in quite a bit. Oh, maybe not. It might. Over time, that'll work itself. See how tight this one is. Oh yeah, it's all right. Make sure these are the same. Huh, little difference. Don't realize it, there is a little difference in there. And then the wheel and this one. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, now let me not be a dummy. Let me get some grease. If I remember right, got to put this in. Don't need. I tried that 3-in-1 oil on the other one the other day, and I did not like that 3-in-1 oil on this anyways. The grease worked a whole lot better. I get grease on my hand up there. It's a little stiff. There it goes. I wonder if I got some paint on the threads on the inside. I may have got paint on the threads. I thought I covered it up pretty good. I looked these things up and they are expensive. Holy smokes, I didn't realize how expensive these things were. Oh, that part goes to that other. And these things are expensive. 160 bucks or more. You knew. And I used $45, $50, $55. Man. Yeah, there we go. Spin it a little better. See how close I am. Yeah. Almost. Okay. I need a little bit of grease. Get a screwdriver here. Want a little bit of grease on the end of this where that pivot runs on top of this. Don't need much. Now slide this. Well, maybe. This truck bed liner paint actually a little better than I thought. It's a little expensive to use as spray paint, but can't really complain. It works. Oops. Now what am I doing holding my mouth wrong here? How am I thought I got, you know what, I did it again. I didn't get the tape off the inside. I was being stupid again. Yep, that's what I did. Oh well. I'll leave this part in the video just to show. If I do it, somebody else may not do it. Left the tape on there. That's why it don't fit. Thinking to myself, man, that thing should go right in there. It will if I take the tape off. Well, maybe. Yeah, this part of it was very, 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 very tedious. As I said before, painting a car is prep work, and this is part of the prep work. Taping it off, man, I used to hate that. I can tell you right now, the hardest thing for me in auto body work, was buffing paint. I barely passed. Buffing paint has got to be the hardest skill set that I've ever tried doing. Learning how to manipulate the buffer, the proper compounds. It's just difference in paint, the thicknesses in paint. People don't realize paint has a thickness level. You can't paint you can't buff just any paint. You just can't. People think, just buff it out. Well, it doesn't work that way. Buffing paint was probably the hardest thing for me to do. I've done it since, went to school for it, and I'll do it on my own cars, but I will not do it on someone else's car. If I'm gonna screw something up, I want to screw my own stuff up, not someone else's. Like I said, you have to have a pretty good steady hand, eye coordination. You have to be, you just can't deviate from your attention. You have to concentrate while you're buffing. You can't just flinch. Damn sure don't want to sneeze or anything like that when you're buffing. It's delicate. Don't mean to cuss, sorry. Yeah, you got to be very conscientious of what you're doing when you're buffing paint. Shooting paint's easy. People think, it's, you paint a car. All the hard part of painting a car is prep work. That's where all the cost is. It gets expensive. I like it when people say, well, I can get it done at Mako. Well, yeah, you can get it done at Mako. They have different levels of what you pay there. If you want to pay the money, they'll give you a class act paint job. But most people don't want to pay that kind of money. They want their car to look like it did when it came from factory. Well, almost impossible to get a factory paint job outside of factory. Most people are not going to strip the body down to the bare metal to prep the metal like it is in the body or in the factory. Metal's hard to work anymore because it's so thin. It's kind of like tools anymore. Some of your newer tools just doesn't have the strength some of the old tools do. Okay, now my dummy self got it correct. All right, this goes down like so. You know what? I probably ought to put a little bit of don't need much. I'm not gonna. Now I got 2 of them now. I don't know. Probably really need to take one of these to work. I haven't taken the other one to work. I ain't been at work much lately. I've had some vacation days I've had to use. Well, I'm doing something wrong here. That's what it was. It was at an angle. Hope you guys get a kick out of these. Like I said, this, you know, most people don't use these tools like this, but I couldn't pass it up. It was pretty much free. I mean, it was locked up. I don't think the pawn shop would have got much for it anyway, so I just threw it in with the other stuff I bought. They're pretty good. If they got something that's, you know, they ain't gonna sell or they're not gonna think they're gonna sell, I don't mind buying it and trying to work on it. I bought a couple of wrenches. I think I'm gonna post that video pretty soon, but I've got a couple of wrenches I bought that they're not wrenches, they're ratchets, and they were broke. And they were broke. They were messed up pretty bad. I mean, you can't win them all. They didn't know. They had no idea it was in bad shape. I didn't when I grabbed them. You know, they looked decent enough. Whoa! That's my pick. Sorry, I'm trying to square this thing up. And of course I got it in a bind. Wouldn't you know it? You almost kind of need 2 hands. Just like so. Really do like this hammer. This hammer's turned out really well. Whoever built this hammer did a good job. It's got the right offset, balance. I don't know how to describe it. Let's see if I got a little bit of grease left here. Yeah, shoot, you wasted some grease. I'll have to get just a touch more. Should put this over on the vise, but it's hard to film over there. Trying to get it just centered without getting it in a bind like I just did. I knew I would. Getting it squared, centered in place. Oops. Yeah. One hit. Got it. Just like them apples. All right. I may have to turn the air conditioning on. Got a chance for some storms coming in again, and humidity's high right now. Air conditioning will take some of the humidity out. Let's see if I can drive this. Nope. Got it. Yeah, it turned just a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, I need to put a little grease on that. It doesn't need much, like I said. Probably not going to be used for a good couple months for a while. I don't think we have anything really at work that needs, I don't know, that they were disassembling when I left. They were disassembling a boiler for inspection, so hard to tell. Let's see what we got here now. Get all this junk out of my way. Like I said, if you guys haven't tried this this coating, it actually works pretty good. I like it. I'm going to use it more and more often on tools. Just, I mean, my tools aren't trophies. They're used quite a bit, so they I don't mind this this bed liner material. Should be more durable. Well, I know it is. It's more durable than the paint, just regular Krylon. Now, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna paint them numbers inside, and then throw a coat of wax on it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's be right back. I get some paint in a can. All right, I just sprayed just to shoot maybe a 1/4 of an ounce of that Sunrise Red in the Mountain Dew can. I may need to add some more. Looks like it's evaporated a little bit already. Oh, I'm making a mess already. Have to clean that off. I'm being very attentive of what I'm doing. Sorry. Yeah, most of you guys, I mean, a lot of you guys don't use tools like this. And like I said, I don't use them that often, but it comes in handy. I have actually cut a fence post once. We actually cut a couple of them with this, with one of these. We were out in the middle of a pasture and couldn't get, it's just one of them deals, you just couldn't get what we needed, so we used one of these to cut the silly post. It was a metal post, so that's what we did. Then after we did that, we realized we had access to a plasma cutter. I mean, we could have used it. Duh, didn't think of it. It's one of those aha moments where you think about it and it's like, yeah, stupid. Boy, I'm having a difficult time I didn't have this much trouble last time. Yeah, that'll work. If I have to, I'll repolish it. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to add some paint to my little cup. Yep. Yeah, let's see here. Somebody out there is going to say, why don't you use Tester's paint and model paint? It'd be all fine and good if you lived in a community where you could get that without having to drive 50, 60 miles. I use what I can, what I got. Usually if I have to go somewhere to get some items or something, I usually make a trip all at one time. Small town I live in, you're lucky to get what you can. Walmart is our shopping center. Try to go to Walmart in the morning so I don't have to deal if I go either earlier, I mean right when they open, or about the time they starting to close. Yeah, this is probably overkill, I think, but I don't know any other way to paint what's here. Oh, it looks pretty good. I've never put lipstick on a pig, but this is probably as close as you're going to get. Painted a pig before, but I've never put lipstick on a pig. We used to show hogs. Back in the day, they cheat. I didn't know it was cheating back then because that's what the instructor, we'd change the color of a pig. We'd make a spotted Poland China look like a Hampshire. Back in the day when you could do that. All right. What do you think? Well, I think it looked pretty good. My tool anyway, so. Oh, that spins easy now. Oh yeah. Yeah, that spins so easy. No trouble. All I did was polish the top here. I lightly polished this because from the factory, I believe this part and this part is blued, like a black. I don't know what I got on there. Piece of tape, I guess. Anyways, it was kind of pitted rust, but once I cleaned it, it wasn't pitted. And the blades on here, these are sharp. They're good. They're new. Didn't have to do anything to them. But there we go. Another fine tool. And like I said, I'll throw a coat of wax on this stuff. I'm gonna let it dry, clean off the edge with a little lacquer first, and then wax it. I might just show that.